ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ dákẹ́ ń wò bó bá dòfin lẹ́ẹ̀sán yín lẹ́wọ̀n àtẹ̀tẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí múra ẹ̀yin Yorùbá nation gbogbo yín náà dákẹ́ ẹ̀ ń wò iná dẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ dáná máa fẹ́ àfihàn lórun ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ rí yá dẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ yàn fẹ́ mọ̀ múrẹ́ aláàánú. What I've been saying is the bill being sponsored by the Deputy Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, seeking indigenous status to any individual who.
Bami, ẹni sùúrù. Bami, ẹni sùúrù. Èmi lẹ wí. Èmi lẹ wí. Ẹ wí Yorùbá nation dákẹ́. Èmi ẹ fẹ́ àṣẹ. Bàbá àgbọ̀nà. Èmi ẹ wí Yorùbá nation dákẹ́. Ìgbà yìí Sunday Igboho mọ́ pariwo. Èmi lẹ wí. Èmi lẹ sọ. Bá mi. Ọkùn o. Kàwú mi. Ọkùn. Ẹ ti gbàgbé nǹkan tẹ́ sọ nígbà yẹn ni. Nígbà tí Sunday Igboho ń pariwo. Ẹ ti gbàgbé. Yọkọlú kò wá tán bí ìyàwó gbọ́kàn sọ́lẹ̀ ọkọ yọkọlú kò wá. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ káàsán ẹ káalẹ́ ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí generally gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ yá mi létí yín. Ẹ wo bàbá wa yìí bàbá gbóná ẹ wo ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àbí kápá wọn náà ní dádì wa Fani Káyọ̀dé then ẹ wo bàbá wa yìí máa ń pè wọn ní bàbá onírùngbọ̀n yẹwúkẹ́. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wo àwọn náà dáadáa àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí wọn kí wá ṣe àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta nìkan o mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ generally lórí àwọn àgbààgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹni tó bá létí ni kó gbọ́n tẹ́mi ń sọ. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ wípé wọ́n ti jáde nígbà kan bàbá wa ẹ̀gbọ́n wa Fani Káyọ̀dé wọ́n ti jáde nígbà kan tí wọ́n sọ wípé àwọn MAIYETTI Allah àwọn tí wọ́n ń pa èèyàn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n fi tipátipá bá wọn sùn mi mọ̀ bóyá ẹ gbọ́ nígbà kan wípé Gani Fani Káyọ̀dé FFK kì máa ṣọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá ẹ mọ̀ wípé wọ́n sọ ní ẹnu wọn jáde wípé àwọn MAIYETTI Allah sọ fún àwọn wípé àwọn tó jẹ́ olórí wọ́n dárúkọ àwọn groups yẹn wípé anytime tí Yorùbá bá ń sọ wípé ẹ yé pa àwọn èèyàn wa wípé à ń pè fogun ni. Ẹ ti rí fídíò yẹn rí I have the whole full video with me. Màmá yín jẹ fún yín díẹ̀díẹ̀ ní tẹ́rẹ́mí màá yín jẹ fún yín. Ẹ tí rí abẹ́ ti rí tẹ́ bá ti rí ẹ kọ sí comment section tẹ́ bá ti rí inú ẹ kọ sí comment section. Here we are. Mi mọ ojú tí ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́ fi ń wora yín. Ṣùgbọ́n èmi Yorùbáwùyí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ń rò ó wípé àwọn àgbààgbà Fúlàní wọ́n á máa wo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí content creator ni. Àbí ẹ rò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa wo yín bí content creator. Àwọn tí wọ́n sọ wọ́n máa wo wọ́n bí ọ̀lẹ ojo tàbí kí wọ́n máa wo wọ́n bí ọ̀fọ́n olè alájẹmúra alájẹbánu akótilétà. Hear this first. Tó wá wọnú agbami ètò Yorùbáwùyí lórúkọ mi.
MAIYETTI Allah, the umbrella organization for these herdsmen, the Northern Isles Forum, and the Area Consultative Forum will come out and then say, we are asking for war when we say that our people should not be killed by their people. This is unacceptable. We have...
Ẹni sùúrù sà, mo sọ wípé mo ní full video lọ́wọ́ mi. Lè má sọ wípé Yorùbáwùyí, èmi ò ń bẹ́. No be say as it happen today now I come put head. FFK. Táwọn kan bá rántí pàtí wọ́n ti sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Mo sì tún máa play díẹ̀ sí fún yín. Tó máa rántí pàtí táwọn ti sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Now, then what are we talking about? No be that the same FFK. Ló lọ sí lọ́dọ̀ Sunday Igboho. Nígbà tí màá yẹn ń jà búra fún wa pé kán yé pa wá. FFK ti ṣe fídíò mi ní àná. I will still play that one inside this video. Mi mo time ti video if I take me o So ẹni wọ́n fẹ́ wo fídíò yìí kó farabalẹ̀ wo ni. Me more time to fẹ́ take me. Ma play some of his old video and I will, let me say one of his old video. Tí mo yín díẹ̀ jẹ́ fún yín nínú ẹ̀. Kẹ́ wá wò bó ṣe ṣí lẹ́sẹẹsẹ. Then ma wá play video tó ṣe lánàá fún yín. Ma wá play bàbá wa. Ifá something lórúkọ wọn. Bàbá bí ẹ̀ ń lò nǹkan ẹ̀tẹ̀ nílò nǹkan ná. Àgàlagà bí tí yóò ṣe nílò nǹkan. Ma wá play ẹ̀ fún yín. Now àwọn olórí àwọn Mayetti láti bọ́ta. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní Tinubu ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe òfin tó máa protect àwọn Fúlàní elders, àwọn darandaran tí wọ́n ń pè ní darandaran, àwọn tí wọ́n ń pè ní Fúlàní elders, Fúlàní hunters, Fúlàní this, Fúlàní that, àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbébọn fi dá màálù tó bá dá màálù wọnú ìlú tó máa pa gbogbo àwọn èèyàn. Àwọn olórí wọn tún ti bọ́ta ń sìn wọ́n náà àwọn ti pé kí Tinubu dìde 1 2 3 kó ṣe òfin. Sultan of Sokoto ó ní terrorist organization ó ní àwọn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn ló jẹ́ kí ìjọba mú kò kí ń ṣe àwọn tó ń pààyàn. Àgbàlẹ̀ Yorùbá, what are you doing now? Ká tó padà sórí ọ̀rọ̀ Femi Kayode, read this. Just in Mayetti Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, has appealed for a presidential directive to security agencies to ensure effective security for cow herders community across the country. Let's go across the country. They must provide security for them. Tó bá pa yín gbọ́dọ̀ pa wọ́n padà. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí àwọn kan tí mo mú àìsí tó ń jọra wọn pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ tí Femi FFK sọ wípé wọ́n ní tó bá pa àwọn èèyàn wa tá a bá sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ́rẹ́ à ń pè fógun ni ṣọ́gun wá tí ì dé. That's the question. Ẹ má wò mí lásán. Tẹ́ bá ti wo fídíò wa ẹ má bá wa comment sí comment section. Ẹ lè kọ comment 150 ẹ lè kọ 5,000. Ẹ má wò wá lásán the more tẹ́ bá comment the more tí show yẹn máa rìn. Ẹ má bá wa share fídíò yìí. Gbàtí kí ló kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ò sọ Sultan of Sokoto gbogbo yín lẹ share ẹ̀ now. Gbogbo yín lẹ share. So negative nìkan ma share ni. Tá bá sọ positive enough tó lè ran àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́, tó lè ṣí àwọn èèyàn létí. Tó lè dọ́dọ̀ àwọn àgbàlagbà wa. Tó bá dọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wọn ní school, táwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn máa share. Tí ìyá ọ̀rẹ́ wọn máa pè wọ́n, táwọn wọn máa pè wọ́n pé daddy ẹ gbọ́ báyìí báyìí ló ṣe ń lọ. Tẹ́ top up lórí ẹ̀ kó lè bá rìn dáadáa. Ẹlẹ́bí àti ẹ̀rọ ní ẹ torí owó tí wọ́n ń gbà ni. Ó ti rìn dì. Another kini ti jáde nísìn Mamba ni wọ́n pè. Another terrorist group. Mo ń bọ̀ lórí yẹn mi ò tíì dé. Náà yẹ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa yìí. Bàbá Àgbónà ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́n táwọn sọ. Or ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́n nǹkan tí daddy wa mo like bàbá yẹn gan. Mo like wọn gan kí tó wá sọ́dọ̀ bàbá Àgbónà kọ́kọ́ gbọ́n nǹkan táwọn sọ náà.
Your Excellency, the President of my country, Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sir, I am calling you to use your office to do what nobody has been able to do since 1904. Have the courage to ask Nigerians to decide their own future. 3 years ago, while we were suffering in Nigeria, the former president, Buhari, was constructing a road that will link the Hausa people with the Niger. 3 years ago, while we were suffering from bad roads and bad rails, the federal government of Nigeria used Nigerians' money to create and construct a railway that leads to Niger. Yesterday, the Niger government dumped French as their national language in favor of Hausa. The Hausa people and the Fulani people are coming together. And Nigeria is an obstacle to that unity. The government should be able to make up its mind and let us decide on our own future. Should Nigeria continue to be together? Many black Americans are coming back home now. They want to come back to Africa because of the far right government of His Royal Majesty Al Capone Trump. But they cannot come to Yoruba land, even though the 75% of them that were there are from Yoruba land. They cannot come to Yoruba land because of the so-called indivisible Nigeria. Forcing different tribes, forcing different ethnicity, forcing different people together under the name of Nigeria. The Northerners are trying to build their own people, build their own nation with the Niger. The Cameroonians are doing their own with some part of Igbo land. We have nothing in common with these people with murderous intention in the name of religion. In the last 1 month alone, over 35 people have been slaughtered needlessly. In Ondo State. By the Fulanis. I know when we say the Fulanis, the president will say, did you see Fulanis there? The same thing is you said when my cousin, Fashion's daughter, was killed. And eventually when the criminals were apprehended and found to be Fulanis, you did not come back to withdraw your statement that your statement of defense of the Fulanis. We cannot continue to live in a situation whereby we feel like we are being forced together. We cannot continue to live in a country whereby some people will be killing us and we will just be looking like Mugun. The Nigerian entity is like a curse on the Yoruba people. You know, we don't like violence. We don't like Igbadun. But when that Oro and Igbadun is being undermined in the name of religion by these northern non-entities, not all of them, the religious non-entity among them, very few, but very powerful in their statement of Islamizing Nigeria by all costs. This is why I'm saying, Your Excellency, please, give us the chance to decide the future of Nigeria by ourselves. The Fulanis, the Hausas, they are doing great by trying to match together. There is no reason why we should continue with Abdul Salam and the northern constitution imposed on us that Nigeria is indivisible. Why is it not divisible?
Why?
Is it our own choice? You will say Nigeria is indivisible if it is the choice of the people. Anybody that says Nigeria is indivisible is actually continuously promoting the colonial presentation of Nigeria. They are promoting it. The colonials don't want Nigeria to work, because if Nigeria work as a beacon of the biggest country in Africa, it will make all African people come back and know that we are not under the attack of God. But these people will not let us work, and they are working with the very few minute people enjoying the bread of Nigeria. Let us go. Mr. Tinubu, please let my people go. We are fed up of these unnecessary killings. It is so in those states, the killing ground. Nowhere in Yoruba land is safe. They are already in Igbo land now. And the Obas in Yoruba land, because they are afraid to stand up for their own people, because àwọn baálẹ̀ oníranù tó ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní. But we can deal with those people if we are in Nigeria of our choice. This Nigeria is a Nigeria by force, and people are being forced to die in silence. Allow us to decide the future of our country by ourselves, Your Excellency. We're not good together. But if you refuse to, this is one thing I can assure the Fulanis and the Hausas and all the Malay in Yoruba land that are trying to Islamize us. There will be retaliation. If they kill us now, we will be retaliating. What happened in Ife? You remember? What happened in Shagamu? You remember? It doesn't take us long to stand up and act. If we know we are becoming defenseless, the people should be defending us. If you are forcing Nigeria to be together and you cannot keep us secure in Nigeria, then we will be retaliating. We will find it not difficult at all to retaliate. Every killings in Yoruba land now will be retaliated. It will be retaliated. Power because of the name of Nigeria. 3 headless body dumping in Ondo State. Yesterday, 3 bodies were brought from the farm. 20 were killed within the last 1 month. KILL3. If we cannot be together in peace, then we should allow us to separate in peace. Because if you don't allow that, it will lead Nigerians to start fighting each other. Because the more these people kill us, the more you are putting pressure on us to retaliate. And we will be retaliating if the government is not doing its job. Elaboru, elaboye, elaboye boshishe.
Eko baba. Eka bosa. Eko. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ di nǹkan tí bàbá wa yìí tí wọ́n sọ, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ di mú. Now, mo wá fẹ́ play Fani Kayode yìí tí wọ́n sọ lánàá, mo fẹ́ play ẹ̀ fún yín kí tó wá play continuation yìí tí wọ́n sọ ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Now, where is Fani Kayode? I think it's there. Ẹ má bínú. Fídíò yẹn mo kàn sáré ṣàjọ fún yín ni. Here we go
again.
Here we go again.
More killings in Plateau State, more killings in northern Nigeria, more killings in Nigeria. All being orchestrated by the same people, the usual suspects from outside this country, sending in people from outside, from North Africa and from the Sahel region to come in and slaughter our people. They are slaughtering both Christians and Muslims, both northerners and southerners. And they're doing this now simply because they want to destabilize the country and discredit the government. It was orchestrated and it is still being orchestrated. The same thing happened in 2014 before Jonathan was defeated the following year. They are already doing that now, preparing ground for 2027. We know who they are. Foreign elements from the West and of course Israel and a number of others. They don't want a stable Nigeria. They don't want a peaceful Nigeria. And they don't want the Nigerian people to succeed in this democratic endeavor. It's left to us now to stand up and resist it. We, of course, condemn the evil of the murders and the killings and the terrorism in Plateau State and in every other state in this country in which it has been perpetrated. We also condemn the lynchings of innocent people in the name of, targeting them because they happen to be Hausas or Fulanis and slaughtering them for no good reason. We must stop all this and we must rise up to this challenge. And I call on the governor of Plateau State to do far more than he's doing, to be far more proactive. I also ask the Nigerian people to support our security agencies, particularly our military and our DSS and all our security agencies, because many of their men are falling on the front line.
Wow.
And they're not being celebrated.
Nice.
They've given their lives, they've given their everything for this country. And of course, most important of all, my heart goes out to all those innocent people, their families, that they're innocent and their loved ones have been killed and slaughtered in these senseless and barbaric killings. Our heart goes out to them. May the Lord console them, may the Lord protect them, may the Lord deliver them, and may the Lord comfort them, and may the balm of Gilead heal their wounds. That's what's going on in our country today.
And it's all contrived, it's all planned in an attempt to divide us and cause us to plunge into a senseless civil war where brother will kill brother, all in the name of trying to protect their communities. Yet the real common enemy is coming from outside this country, those that do not wish us well. I call on the federal government now to seal our borders and stop these foreign elements, foreign Fulani elements, or wherever they are, or Arabs or French-speaking people, from coming into our country. Let's seal the borders. Let's close the borders, rather like Trump is doing in America. Let's fish out these aliens and let's throw them out of our country. These people that have no business being here and people that I wouldn't even consider to be human beings. Let's do what Trump is doing. Let's build special prisons for them. And more importantly, and more perfectly, let's eliminate every single one of them. Nigeria shall stand. Nigeria shall not fall. We shall go from strength to strength, and our democracy shall be enduring. We're a great country, a great people. We're not a country of barbarians, and our enemies shall be put to shame. To those within that are enjoying this and claiming that the situation is getting worse and out of hand for political reasons, they forget they are digging a pit which eventually they themselves will fall into. God's will shall be done, and we shall stand as one. Northerner, Southerner, Christian, and Muslim, we shall stand as one. Glory to great Nigeria. Amen.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, ete pause e bole mi te de yen. Wípé Nigeria is to one, and you will do everything to make it to one. They play. They play. If you have forgotten, wípé ẹ̀yin lẹ sọ wípé àwọn people yìí sọ fún yín wípé anytime tí wọ́n bá pa àwọn èèyàn wa tá bá fi lè sọ̀rọ̀, à ń bèrè fún ogun ni. Have you forgotten? If you have forgotten, I have your full video here that you did during Buhari regime. How can we be one? Oh, Tinubu should close all the borders now because ó ti ń wà rampant. For how long ni wọ́n ti border ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí ẹ̀ kíní wọ̀nyí tí ẹ̀ bọ́ta kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀? After they told you pé tá bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá pa àwọn èèyàn wa, ipe ogun là ń pè fún. Tó tí wọ́n ti mú Sunday Igboho, ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí ìrìnà yín péjọ ká ẹ pé Tinubu politically, kinshiply, àbí sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ lè, or whatever lè tẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́, tí ìpèrà yín jọ, either politically or whatever lè tẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́, ẹ̀yin ọba tí ìpèrà yín jọ láti jọ yìí, because Sunday Igboho sílẹ̀. I am here to remind you. Hi, YORUBAWUYI. I am here to remind you this video.
I think the role of the federal government has been abominable. I think they have completely failed in their duty to protect the lives and property of the Nigerian people. I think they have encouraged the herdsmen, the killer herdsmen, to do what they have been doing to the people of the Southwest and indeed to the people of the Middle Belt and even the people of the Core North itself. Over the last 5 years, there's been a total breakdown of law and order. What we are witnessing in the Southwest and in other parts is an army of occupation, well-armed, well-funded, well-organized criminal gangs that extort, that kill, that terrorize, that maim, that rape, and that destroy everything in their path. They're like an army of locusts.
Now, who is funding them? They are well-armed. They are here to terrorize Nigerians. They are here to mobilize themselves. Láti pa Nigerians. They are here. They are well-armed. Remember you said many soldiers are falling on the field. If soldiers are falling on the field, on the front line, I mean, the war front, then who are we, the civilians? How can we defend ourselves? If you insist Nigeria should stand as one, now you are saying Nigeria should stand as one. I am asking you now, how do we, the civilian, defend ourselves? They have people that are funding them. And those that are funding them are above the law. Òfin ò lè gbé wọn. Òfin ò lè mú wọn. Ẹnì kankan ò lè ṣe anything fún wọn. And you want Nigeria to stand as one. You are praying for Nigeria to stand as one. Ṣé ìgbà tó bá pa gbogbo wa tán? ṣé ó di ìgbà tí wọ́n bá pa gbogbo wa tán content creator lẹ́yìn àgbàgbálẹ̀ Yorùbá content creators oníyín sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
And these people have believed that they are well above the law. And the situation in the Southwest particularly is that they have been allowed to settle with their arms in the forests of the Southwest.
You hear? They have been allowed to settle in the forests of the Southwest. Because kò sí òfin tó mú wọn. And they are coming from the forest into the villages, including the towns. Láti máa pa àwọn èèyàn wa. Yet, kò sófin tó mú wọn. Yet, you want us to remain as one Nigeria. If you are comparing Trump in America, you think America first. How do the rulers, because you guys are not leaders, you are rulers. How do the rulers, then how do you think about us first? When we are not of the same tribe. We don't speak the same language. 255 ethnic groups in Nigeria. Over 255 ethnic groups in Nigeria. With different languages, different cultures, different religions. And you expect us to stay together where some regions, or let me say, where one region is importing militias to Nigeria. Our militias, they are importing them to Nigeria to buy anybody. And you still want us to stay together. Are you not a content creator? Ẹ̀gbọ́n Femi Fani KAYODE. Ṣé ẹ kìí ṣe content creator ni? Content creator ni gbogbo yín. Bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, wọ́n la máa defend ara wa. Ifá priest àbí kí lórúkọ wọn, wọ́n la máa defend ara wa. We must defend ourselves. Kẹ́tọ́ báyé wa jẹ́. Why must pé Nigeria wà indefensible? Why? Now you are saying ẹnì kan sọ pé why tó máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ èyí sọ pé Nigeria must stand as one. Ẹ ti gbàgbé nǹkan tẹ́ sọ ni. A sọ pé wọ́n kọṣẹ́ yín lẹ̀. History gbogbo yín wà lẹ̀.
And the reaction to that 1 year ago was the establishment of the Amotekun to defend the local people because the federal government failed to do so.
Amotekun tó ń gbé igi dání. Is that the Amotekun that will defend us? The Amotekun that is gbé igi. The Amotekun that are not allowed to carry gun. When we have buses, trucks of Amotekun, or their buses like 5, 6, 7, you can't only pumping dání, and that pump go be shoot one, before they go shoot another one. Shall terrorists to power on?
Curious reason, the government has refused to designate them as terrorists, even though they've killed more people than probably any terrorist organization in the world, because they've been designated by the International Terror Index as the 4th most deadly terrorist organization in the world. But in Nigeria, they're alive and well.
Okay. Nigeria government during Buhari refused to call them as terrorists. Even when the world, one first deadliest, I want to want Yahweh to want to pààyàn jù. Boko ni. Yet Buhari refused láti pè wọ́n ní terrorists. Ṣé Tinubu ti pè wọ́n ní terrorists? No, ṣé Tinubu ti pè wọ́n ní terrorists? À ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín ni. Yet you are telling us. Ẹ yóò mọ̀ pé àná tó lọ yẹn, àwọn kan kọ àná kalẹ̀ kó tó kan èní. À ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín, ṣé Tinubu ti pè wọ́n ní terrorists? And you still want us to be together. You said this during Buhari. Now you are saying another thing during Tinubu. And the content creators ni esoro.
And one cannot deny the fact that there must be a link to this, simply because the president himself happens to be of the same ethnic extraction as these people, and for some reason he's pampering them. But whatever the reasons, there's been a failure of duty on the part of the government to protect the people. And like I said, they encourage them, they pamper them, they support them, and they defend them.
If Buhari is pampering them, defending them, supporting them, because they are of the same region, Tinubu ti debe nsin nisin, ṣé Tinubu ti ṣe anything? Ṣé Tinubu ti ṣe anything? Tí Tinubu kò bá lè ṣe anything, that is to tell us we pay people, àwọn people iná wọn láwọ so lè gòkè odò. That is to tell us pé wọ́n ní àwọn kan, according to you, that they have those people that are funding them. That is to tell us pé wọ́n ní àwọn kan tí wọ́n fund wọn sí agbára Nigeria president ò ká. Eye fi ẹ̀kọ́ tan iná fún wa. That means to say wọ́n ní àwọn tó pa agbára Nigeria president ò ká. Agbára Nigeria president bá ká wọn ni, ó yẹ kí Tinubu ṣe nǹkan. Buhari supported them because Buhari is of they are the same region, abi. Okay, what of Tinubu? Kò tí máa wọ́ sí. Náà àwọn Mabuda tún ti dé. Wọ́n láwọn yẹn àwọn Mabuda.
Defended them on many occasions when atrocities were being committed. So that's the position. In terms of the state government, well, the state governors, particularly of the Southwest, have tried their best because they don't have any power over the police. They don't have any power over the military. They can only ask for help. And that help comes sometimes, and it doesn't come at other times. But in the case of the Fulani herdsmen, the help never comes. So what some of them have done is pass local legislation to...
Ṣẹ́gbọ́, wọ́n láwọn governors wa ò lágbára o. Wọ́n ò lágbára over the police. Wọ́n ò lágbára over the military. We are calling them the first security of the states. Ta ló ń parọ́? Ta lẹni tó ń parọ́? The first security of the state, wọn ò ní agbára. So why jọ gàté kò jọ gàté? Tí kò fẹ́ méjì lélẹ̀ gàté. Then what are they there for? Why are they there? Ẹ bá máa ní English mi o. Kí ló tán wà ńbẹ̀? Kí ló ń ṣe ńbẹ̀? Yet, wọ́n sì tún jà. Wọ́n tún fẹ́ gbàpò tí ìbò. Ẹlòmíì fẹ́ débẹ̀. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé wọn ò ní agbára. Àkókò ìjọ yóò sọ di mojo yẹnu mi ò kálù náà. Tí wọ́n bá ní agbára ni, tí wọ́n bá máa lọ síbẹ̀ fún their own selfish interest ni, tí wọ́n bá sì tí wọ́n rí kọ́lá ńbẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbọ́n mu ni, kò yẹ ìlú tí wọ́n bá lọ tí wọ́n bá ti lágbára kò yẹ kó lè tún lè ṣe anything now. Then why are they forcing themselves to the post? Why? Oh, they play.
These people from moving around freely and so on and so forth. That has helped to a certain extent. But what they've done is regroup in these forests, amass their power, amass their arms, amass their criminal activities, and sprung on the local population. And people have been killed. Businessmen, traditional rulers, leaders, market women, the rich, the poor, the big, the small, being slaughtered on a daily basis, and nobody is being brought to book for this. So that's the position. The government has failed. The government will continue to fail. And as long as they refuse to designate these people as terrorists, I don't see much joy coming at the end of this. This will continue. And I pray that it doesn't degenerate into something else.
Okay, thank you. Shekoti, why the something else? Listen. Shekoti, the something else. You pray, could the something else. I mean, Bella, Isa. Shekoti, the something else. And only there is light at the end of the tunnel. Are you flashing or go light in bo? Are you flashing or can we pay anything bo? And the finish you come. Don't let just light. Don't flash you pay anything. Continue.
Okay, I want to ask you. Okay, you mentioned that have, of course, knowledge about.
Professor Akitoye, Babadi Banjo, who spoken out against these atrocities. Every single one of them has asked for help and support from the federal government and asked them to do the right thing and asked them to deliver our people. And they have turned a deaf ear to those voices. Every single one, whether it's Femi Fani, whether it's YORUBAWUYI, whether it's Obasanjo, whether it is this, whether it is that, every single person has spoken out. Professor Akitoye, Babadi Banjo, we've all spoken out. The old leaders, the young leaders, everybody. and nobody's listening, and the people are being slaughtered on a daily basis. And you know,
my ti lọ síwájú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Baba Adébánjọ, Baba this, Baba that, Baba Akintoye, Ọbásanjọ́. Everybody has been speaking up. They play. Ṣé ẹ rò bẹ́ẹ̀ náà entity ni wá ni? Ẹ rò bá ní làákàyè ni. Nígbà tí àwọn Máyéttì àlà sọ pé tẹ́ bá pa àwọn èèyàn àwọn padà, or tẹ́ bá stop wọn from killing, láti má pa àwọn tí yín. Wọ́n ní ogun lẹ ń pè fún. They speak in one voice. They speak in what? In one voice. If Baba Akintoye, Professor Akintoye, is asking for more Yoruba láti fi ilẹ̀ Nigeria, ìlú apanilẹ́kúnjayé kalẹ̀. If Baba Akintoye, Olóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà and others, tí wọ́n bá ń pariwo pé ìlú arére má ṣe yìí, a fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀. Even during Buhari, tí wọ́n ò kọ̀ láti jáde láti sọ ọ̀rọ̀. Náà mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín. Fani Káyọ̀dé, kí ni Ọbásanjọ́ ń sọ? Ṣé Ọbásanjọ́ tẹ̀lé wọn lọ síbi tí wọ́n ń lọ? Àwọn bàbá Adébáyọ̀ tó padà wá dolóògbé yìí nísìn, àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re and co. Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fẹ́re? Yorùbá sọ pé ojú la máa ń tẹ́ fún àlejò. Bí wọ́n ṣe wọlé tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn yìí, ṣé ìyẹn ò sọ wípé ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, Yorùbá are not welcome? Or maybe we have overstayed our welcome. Ṣé àwọn Máyéttì àlà àwọn kíní àwọn Sultan of Sokoto ẹ rò pé àwọn máa wò yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹ fọ́ gbogbo yín pátápátá ẹ fọ́ fún gbé mu. Èmi kọ́ ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mo kàn sọ ni wípé ṣé ẹ believe pé àwọn Fúlàní máa wò yín pé dìdìrín ni gbogbo yín. Ṣé wọ́n máa wò yín bí àgbàdo onúgò tí ẹ dìyẹ yín tẹ́lọ́ fẹnu ṣá? Ṣé wọ́n máa wò yín bẹ́ẹ̀? Where are the Obas? All the olórí ládéládé, where are they? Post and position ni wọ́n ń jà fún. Where are the elites, àwọn olówó ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Where are they? Kí ni wọ́n rí ṣe sí? They have spoken up. Yorùbá sọ pé tá bá ta máa ń tọ́ ni. Tá a bá tọ̀, ó máa ń padà dẹran dín. Ǹjẹ́ gbà tẹ́ tá ń jẹ ẹ̀tọ́? Àìtọ́ yín ṣe kò tó padà di ẹran dín mọ́ gbogbo yín lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Bàbá gbọ́nà mọ́ ń bọ̀ wá bá yín o. Ẹni sùn máa play video yìí náà nu video yìí. Tó bá máa gùn náà ló máa gùn. Àwọn tó bá lè jókòó wò máa jókòó wò. Tó bá máa gùn ló máa gùn. Àwọn tó bá lè jókòó wò, wọ́n á jókòó wọ́n farabalẹ̀. Wọ́n á wò ó. Tí mo bá wíire àbí mi ò wíire, wọ́n á bá mi wò. Ẹ bá mi lọ download tap send. Ẹ lo promo code Abiola TTS. Ní àkókò tẹ́ bá kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ju owó sílé. Tẹ́ bá lo promo code yẹn, ó máa show fún yín iye tẹ́ fẹ́ san owó. Ẹ tún máa wá gba bonus anywhere tẹ́ bá wà ní, anywhere tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ju owó sí Naija. Ẹ bá mi lò, má gbàgbé láti lo promo code yẹn. Now let's continue.
You cannot therefore blame the local people to say, look, if government won't defend us, if government won't deliver us, then we have to defend ourselves. And that's what we're beginning to see unfold. And that's where people like Sunday Igboho now come in, because their position is that, look, nobody's helping. These people are killing. These people are kidnapping. We know who these people are. We know where they are. And we need to do something about it. And I'm glad.
Okay, when Sunday Igboho to come out, ẹ jọ kí ló padà gbẹ̀yìn ẹ padà rán lọ sẹ́wọ̀n ni. Gbogbo yín ẹ wá búra. Gbogbo ya àgbàgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ pọ́tà kẹ́ ẹ búra. Èyí tí ò bá gbọ́ ń pa ẹ̀, àbí tí ò bá mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ inú gbogbo yín lè máa dùn sí. Ṣùgbọ́n toothless dog ni yín tí ò lè bite. Ajá tí ò lè yín lẹ́nu tó máa ń gèèyàn jẹ. Wọ́n lájá ò ní gbó kéyìn ẹ̀ ká. Ṣùgbọ́n ìyá àgbàgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ajá tí yín ò tiẹ̀ ní eyín lẹ́nu dépò tó fẹ́ ká. Kò sí eyín kankan ní ẹnu ajá yín dépò tó máa ká. Àgbo yín ò níwò lórí. Kí ló fẹ́ fi kàn? Àdẹ̀jẹ́ kẹ́jẹ́ ká dá dúró síbi tí ẹnu yín ti máa tọrọ. Ẹni ká mọ́ wá kẹfẹsẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Kí ló Sunday Igboho kí lẹ padà fi gbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀? Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ wá búra. Àgbàgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ wá búra. Tí ẹ bá mọ̀ nípa bí Sunday Igboho ṣe dàrẹ́ ẹ̀yìn òdì. bí Buhari lọ sílé Sunday Igboho ẹ wá búra tí ẹ bá mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mò ń sọ gbogbo yín pátápátá ẹ wá búra ẹ lè bú ṣé lè búra ẹ ní ẹ lè bú.
That Governor Akeredolu in Ondo State has taken the measures he's taken. It's a very, very bold initiative, courageous initiative, rather like what Fayose did in Ekiti State when he was governor, and rather like what other Yoruba governors are trying to do now, and that is to empower Amotekun to do what the federal government was meant to do, but refused to do. So I commend their courage.
Amotekun to empower
I commend their commitment. And I also commend every voice in the Southwest that has spoken out against these atrocities. We see the problem here is that it's not just a farmers herders clash.
Now, am I going to my soul? Amotekun to don't commend you on. How many states ló ní Amotekun? How many states ní Amotekun wà ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Àìwúlò ara ayé yín ó yẹ ká máa rántí èrò ọ̀run. God bless Akeredolu's soul. Àìwúlò ara ayé yín ló jẹ́ ká máa rántí èrò ọ̀run. Tẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà láyé ṣe wúlò ni. Kí ni ìwúlò yín fún wa? Kí ni ìwúlò yín? Kí ni ìwúlò yín? Àwọn ojo wà ní ààfin, wọ́n wà nínú ilé wọn, wọ́n wà nígbà, wọ́n wà láwo, every one of them, wọ́n àwọn ọmọ wọn káàkiri, àwọn ojo nìyẹn. Èyí kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹ́ ń bọ́ta content creators ní. Because tẹ́ bá jẹ́ content creators, tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀. Kẹ́ tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ fún àwa gan níta. Ṣé ti pera yín? Ṣé ti pera yín ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlẹ̀ Yorùbá? Because you are one of them. Ó tẹ̀ yẹ pé àwọn èèyàn ní betrayer ní. Ìtàn tí yín náà ti sọ ti gùn. Ṣùgbọ́n for now, kò tí ì tó sọ. Because go and sin no more. Kò tí ì tó sọ. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn èwo jàre? What Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn? Which Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn they play?
We believe, and rightly so, that we are under occupation. And when people are under occupation, it does not bode well for the unity of the country. And what makes it worse is that when we complain, when we say this is too much, when people's homes are burnt, their children are raped, their wives are raped before them, their children are slaughtered, they're all slaughtered in large numbers. We're not talking about small numbers. Hacked to pieces.
So, Emma.
All kinds of atrocities being committed, ethnic cleansing, genocide. But they refuse to use these words simply because it's not politically expedient to do so. But that's what's going on. And when we complain that this is what is going on,
now, at least think about those ethnic cleansing, genocide. Wọ́n pa ìyàwó lójú ọkọ, wọ́n pa ọkọ lójú ìyàwó, wọ́n bá ìyàwó sùn lójú ọkọ, wọ́n bá ọmọ sùn lójú àwọn òbí ẹ̀. And they refuse to name them ní terrorists, wọ́n pè wọ́n ní bandits, wọ́n order wọn wọlé. And ẹnu ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jágbàgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò tọ́rọ̀. The governors are powerless. The obas are powerless. All the joyè wọn ò lágbára. According to gbogbo yín o. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí ẹ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yín dàbí ọdẹ tó lọ sí oko ni. Tó lọ sóko ọdẹ. Tó lọ òun dẹ̀gbẹ́ títí òun pa èkùlù 6. Àwa ni rọ́ ni alóòótọ́ ni ó délé ó tọ́ mẹ́dìẹ 6 pa. Ṣé tójú ọba tó kó kò tó ti lé? Náà à ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín ni tójú ọba tó tẹ̀kùlù 6 tó pa ní ìgbẹ́. Ṣé kò tó tọ́ mẹ́dìẹ 6 tó tẹ̀ pa nílé? Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti lanu sọ fún wa wípé gbogbo yín pátápátá content creator ni. Ṣé kò wọ́n sí wa báyìí nísìn? And you still want us to continue in that one Nigeria? Níbi tí genocide, ethnic cleansing, tó ti wà rampant láti joy títí di èní tí ò dẹ̀ sí ẹnìkan tó lágbára àti stop ẹ̀. Onítọ̀hún á kàn dín nínú yọ̀. Now tell us now, how do you expect us to live together? Content creators ni. So
have groups like MAIYETTI, the umbrella organization for these herdsmen, the Northern Elves Forum, and the Ariwa Consultative Forum will come out and then say, we are asking for war when we say that our people should not be killed by their people. This is unacceptable. We have nothing against the Fulani people. I believe in peaceful coexistence, and neither do I believe that any anybody has the right to give eviction orders to any ethnic nationality. I do not subscribe to the view that Fulanis should all leave the southwest, and neither do I subscribe to the view that Igbos should all leave the north, or anybody has the right to tell a whole group of ethnic nationality to leave any other part of Nigeria. However, I do.
You do not support it now. Why will you support it? Why? You don't support that Fulani should leave our land. You said that during Buhari regime. FFK. Now it is Tinubu turn now. Kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀? What will happen? Tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan. Òun la fẹ́ mọ̀. Ẹ rí pé ẹ ń ṣèkà. Ẹ ń ṣèkà fún wa. Ẹ ń ṣèkà fún wa. Bàbá Àgbónà.
Kó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Ní tilé tó kó. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ Oòduà. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti Èkó títí tí èdè Ìlọrin àti Lọ́kọ́jà. Ẹ̀yin mo fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ o. Ẹ̀wìn mi létí yín o. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi mo fẹ́ sọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ bíìlì. The proposed amendment to the Constitution of the Federal Republic. A bill sponsored by Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, seeking indigenous status to any individual who has resided in any state for 10 years or has married to a native of such state. That he should automatically become indigenous of such state. Amen to my yimo so.
Ẹ sọ túmọ̀ ẹ̀.
Ohun ìyá ọmọkùnrin wí òní wí.
Wọ́n lè máa sọ túmọ̀ ẹ̀.
Gbogbo ẹni ó bá ti gbé ìlú kan fọdún mẹ́wàá. Àbó fẹ́ yàwó nílùú ọ̀hún. Ìyẹn ti á gbé bẹ fọdún mẹ́wàá. Àjẹwò ti di ọmọ ìlú ọ̀nù. Òfin yóò gbé kalẹ̀ nù o. The bill has passed second reading. And yet, up till today that I speak to you, we have not heard the opposition voice, especially from Yoruba stock, in the Federal House of Representatives shouting such a obnoxious big down.
Bàbá ẹjọ́kọ́ jẹ́. Ariwo kí lẹ̀ ń pa? Kí ló mú yín tẹ̀ ń pariwo? Ẹjọ́kọ́ jẹ́ sà. Àgùntàn àwọn pípù yìí, wọ́n rí sèédù bẹ́ẹ̀ kó tó gbaṣu lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni. Àgùntàn wọn rí sèédù bẹ́ẹ̀ kí wọ́n tó gba iṣu lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní. Nígbà tẹ́yà gbàgbà wa tẹ́kọ̀ tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Fúlàní wọlé wọn pa wá ní pakúpa. Kí lẹ sọ sí? Ẹ sọ nádà. Ṣé gbáǹkàtí kankan ní sọ òsí? Now, Fúlàní àwọn Ìgbò dìde, wọ́n ní bíìdì kan, kìnnìkan. Ẹ lọ́jọ́ kó jẹ́. Lẹ́yìn tí Fúlàní ṣe tiẹ̀ tẹ́ẹ̀rí nǹkan ṣe sí Ìgbò dìde ó ní ẹni bá ti gbé ìlú kan fọdún mẹ́wàá ó ní gbọdọ̀ di citizen ibẹ̀ ó ti pass second reading eléyìí ọkàn sọ tọ́jú máa wọ̀ pọ̀ sí ẹ̀ ti gbogbo ẹ̀yà gbàgbálẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ̀ ti tà wá ni no mọ̀ ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ yìí ṣé ẹ̀ ti tà wá ni ẹ sọ káráyé bá yín gbọ́ ìbí ìbò ṣì ń bọ̀ wá kílèmù tiẹ̀ Benin ṣì ń bọ̀ wá kílèmù tiẹ̀ Ìgbìrà ṣì ń bọ̀ wá kílèmù tiẹ̀ gbogbo 255 ethnic groups or over 255 ethnic groups they are coming to claim their own. Yes, anybody lè gbé anywhere because ẹ ṣì gbogbo ìwọ̀n pátá ẹ ṣì fi ká wà nínú one Nigeria. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ti gbélé yìí bò fọdún mẹ́wàá kó náà di citizen ó lè di citizen bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò ní talẹ̀ fún. Ṣé ibi táyé yìí ti hùkù ẹ̀yẹ gbàgbálẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé ibi táyé yìí ti hùkù wọn ò ní talẹ̀ fún. A máa fi ẹnu jẹ́ citizen níbẹ̀ ni. Ọmọ Yorùbá lè gbélé Haúsá fún ọdún mẹ́wàá kó di citizen bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀sán kan òru kan tó tóbi wọ́n bá yí ló máa dá ogun sílẹ̀ wọ́n á pa nípakúpa. Fún ẹ̀ ló máa dí ẹrù ẹ̀ ló máa sápadà wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó di dual citizenship nìyẹn. Àbí kò di dual citizenship ó ti di dual citizenship nìyẹn. No ẹ sọ fún wa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò wọ́n ti ra bí 50% níbẹ̀. Ṣé Fúlàní ò ti pa almost 20% Yorùbá. Wọ́n ti dislodge àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n ti lé wọn kúrò nílùú. a ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o tí ẹ̀yà gbogbo yóò bá dìde abẹ́ yẹn á gbóná lọ́wọ́ gbogbo òlu pátá tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ wá ní second reading ẹnìkan kò sọ ta ló ń kó sọ̀rọ̀ ṣébi tí mo ṣe mọ̀dọ̀ ń lu òyìnbó ni kí n sọ̀rọ̀ àbáwọn Yorùbá tó wà ní Nàìjíríà tí wọn ò róko lọ tí Fúlàní pa wọn pàpàpà tí gbóyún ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́dákẹ́ fẹ́ a máa gé yín jẹ tó bá yá ògún gbọ́ a máa sọ yín ní ẹ̀yin bàbá yìí a máa bù yín ní ẹ̀yin jẹ ojú rẹ̀ ràn rè ó dín ọjọ́ kan ní èní fún gbẹ̀yà gbẹ̀gbẹ̀lẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ̀kọ̀ tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa bí àwọn ọmọ yín àbí àwọn ọmọ yín lọ́jọ́ wájú wípé gbọ́ àwọn ọkọ̀ wà tó ń jẹ́ Yorùbá ṣùgbọ́n àwọn àtàwà nísìn àwọn ò ní dákẹ́ ẹ wá ní Ìgbò ní dìde ìtí ò ṣe Ìgbò gan ó ń bọ̀ wá dìde mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
irú ọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀rọ̀ wo ni kẹ́wí gbogbo akòbòkóbò yẹn ti ń gbé kó yẹ ti gbé kó fọdún mẹ́wàá tó automatically a ti dọ̀mọ̀ èkó nù ẹ ti mọ́wọ́ lẹ́rán ẹ dákẹ́ ẹ gbin a ti kówó bọ̀ yín lábẹ́ ni ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá yẹn ń bẹ́ ń lé gbìmọ̀ àtòfin àbí tíra náà àtàsí ni àbí sáàmù náà ń kélé yín lórí yẹ́ ẹ̀ mú dákẹ́ yẹ́ ẹ̀ mú sọ̀rọ̀ kó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Democratic Party ọmọ kòbòkòbò ń gbìyànjú àti ṣe yìí a ti ń bẹ lẹ́nu rẹ̀ tipẹ́ ó kò fọdún mẹ́wàá tó automatically a ti dọ̀mọ̀ èkó nù ẹ ti mọ́wọ́ lẹ́rán ẹ dákẹ́ ẹ gbin a ti kówó bọ̀ yín lábẹ́ ni ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá yẹn ń bẹ́ ń lé gbìmọ̀ àtòfin àbí tíra náà àtàsí ni àbí sáàmù náà ń kélé yín lórí yẹ́ ẹ̀ mú dákẹ́ yẹ́ ẹ̀ mú sọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́ àmọ̀túmọ̀ yóò fẹ́ gbé wáyé ni ń yọ ọmọ kòbòkòbò ń gbìyànjú àti ṣe yìí a ti ń bẹ lẹ́nu rẹ̀ tipẹ́ ẹja sínra wa ń gbẹ́rẹ́ pàkọ́ ẹ̀yà náà ti wí NCNC yí abatimakọ́lì dálẹ̀
ìtàn yìí náà ni
Ìgbò Zik òun lakọ̀wé ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ ọ̀hún kọ́kọ́ pè ní NNDP Nigerian National Democratic Party 1922 ló dálẹ̀ Ìgbò yá lórí 1947 yí abatimakọ́lì ló papòdà òní Zik dó lórí ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún ó wá yóò kọ ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún padà ó sọ di NCNC Nigerian National Consensus of Nigerian Citizens n ló ṣẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún dà odò lórí yan láti gbọ̀ ọ̀hún gbogbo yẹn ń dì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Ìgbò ní wíìnì ẹgbẹ́
Ìgbò ló ń wíìnì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ṣé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò wọ́n pọ̀ jọmọ nílùú lọ ni bàbá ṣé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò tí wọ́n wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ṣé wọ́n pọ̀ ju àwọn ọmọ nílùú lọ èmi kàn ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín ni sà because kò tí ò bá yẹn ó ní ìdí kéèyàn béèrè pàtẹ́ ti mú àwọn ọmọ ti wá ẹ̀yà bàbá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́tí sọ àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́tí sọ wọn dá lára kà ẹ sọ gbogbo wọn dẹ́gbẹ̀rò tán gbogbo lẹ́gẹ̀sì bàbá wó lọ́wọ́ ẹ ti pa gbogbo ẹ̀rún àwọn ọmọ kàwé wọn ò ríṣẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí yẹn ìlú tí ọmọ bá ti kàwé Yorùbá gbajúmọ̀ ni wá tó rí iṣẹ́ gidi ṣe kò sí ọmọ kan tó bá ta lé bàbá ẹ̀ kò sí ọmọ kan tó máa gbé ilé bàbá ẹ̀ta fọmọ Ìgbò àwọn tó bá tà kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú wọn ó máa jẹ́ 1% ni bóyá rà lórí kan dé àbí kinní kan ṣẹlẹ̀ now ọmọ ń ta lé bàbá ẹ̀ láti jápa lọ sílùú òyìnbó ẹ wá ní àwọn Ìgbò àwọn kòbòkòbò kinní kan ló ń wìnì kí wọ́n ní wìnì tásìkò election bá dé gan wọ́n fún àwọn ọmọ yín lówó wọ́n ní kó vote against yín wọ́n máa vote against yín wọ́n ní vote against yín kẹ̀ kí ni ẹ fẹ́ fi kún tí wọ́n fi ní vote against yín àbáwọn ìyá tẹ́tí wó sọ̀ wọn tẹ́tí wó ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọn ní wọ́n ní vote against yín àbí Ìgbò tó ra odidi ilé tó yọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù sókè ìyá Rámọ́ ìyá Kàdíjà ìyá Rúkàyà bàbá Saidi tó ra yọ kátà kékeré sẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀ tó pọ́n lọ́wọ́ ló fẹ̀gbẹ́ kọjá lọ́mọ yóò máa sọ fún pé dìbò fún my brother o if you want to pray you want to stay here you have to vote for my uncle ní òní vote fún uncle ẹ̀ wọ́n sì gbé gbogbo yín wá lọ kà yín lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sà.
mo ní wọlé 1951 ìyẹn dìbò regional election gbogbo síìtì yẹn allocate fẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pátá ẹgbẹ́ NCNC síìkì ni olówó fún síìkì lágalẹ̀ yóò fi wọ́n fẹ́ di premier western region 1951 ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn bàbá wa Àdìsá Akínlóye àti Akíjídé ọlọ́run pé bá dẹlẹ̀ wọn à ń pẹgbẹ́ wọn ní Ìbàdàn People's Party anáwémi ní jẹ́bẹ́ ọmọ ẹrú ìjọba yìí náà parapọ̀ mẹ́gbẹ́ bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ mo ní bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ fi di premier àkọ́kọ́ bó làbá kojú sí lónìí bó bá jẹ́ wí kòbòkòbò ní òun ló kọ́kọ́ di premier alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ní west eléyìí tún kò bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ bí ìjà rẹ̀ náà nájà ń gbà sọ Èkó di Federal Capital Territory ní 1954 yàwó ọmọ Èkó náà wí gédégbélé kóà yẹn wí gbogbo kilometre radius 70 kilometre radius in Lagos Island was excised from Western Region as of the Federal Capital Territory àtìgbà òun ní náà ní àná yíbo tí ń kọrin Èkó was no man's land Èkó ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan ìlẹ̀kó Èkó was no man's land ńgbà tó wá di 1966 yìí kí òwúwé kòbòkòbòdó lórí Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ àgúnyìn rosy decree yóò kọ́kọ́ ṣe jáde unification decree òun ló mú gba gbogbo agbára yóò yín bẹ ní region ló mú gba kọ yíbò unification decree.
That is to tell you wípé àwọn Fúlàní nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara wọn àwọn àgbàgbà Fúlàní wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn àwọn àgbàgbà Haúsá wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn àwọn àgbàgbà Ìgbò wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn ẹ̀yin àgbàgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kí lẹ̀yin ṣe ìjẹkújẹ àjẹbọ́nu àjẹ ìmọ́ra ní tiyín inú mi dùn pẹ̀lú ọkọ̀ lẹ́gẹ̀ẹ́sì bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ lẹ́gẹ̀ẹ́sì bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá wa tí wọ́n ti lọ tí wọ́n pawọ́pọ̀ mọ́ bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ wípé kò ní ṣeé ṣe kò lè possible ní 1950 kí lẹ pé ṣé ìpawọ́pọ̀ nísìn láti defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bàbá yìí ni wọ́n kọ́ ni mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ o I am talking to all this àgbàgbàlẹ̀ Yorùbá generally ni o ṣé ìpawọ́pọ̀ ẹ wò Ìbàdàn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ wọ́n pawọ́pọ̀ ṣé ìṣerú ẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bàbá ìjọta tí ń ṣe fídíò ǹjẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí Fúlàní ṣe ń pa wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá fẹ́ kó máa fi ṣe fídíò ìkó kan yín ni o bàbá àgbọ̀nà ǹjẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe ń pa wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá problem tẹ́yìn ní problem Ìgbò ni kòbòkòbò problem tí ẹ̀yin bàbá àgbọ̀nà yìí problem tẹ́yìn ní nìyẹn lẹ́yìn yẹn ni problem Yorùbá nation problem tí tẹ́ ẹ ní nìyẹn àwa ni problem fún yín inú mi pé nínú fídíò yìí náà ẹ dárúkọ wa máa analyse ibẹ̀ yẹn náà because ó shock mi pẹ̀lú dárúkọ Yorùbá nation ó shock mi gan ni ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
ó gbé Nàìjíríà kúrò ní federal system ó sọ di unitary system kí yíbo lè máa sọba lérí gbogbo wa náà ni ó ètò adúró bẹ̀ ń gbò di 1966 yóò gun kẹjú ṣé báyìí yíbo dojúkọ Èkó àwọn afẹ́ gbé Èkó ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ Benjamin Adékúnlé yẹn dá dúró lọ́rẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́tí dá dúró ẹ̀mẹ́yẹ ní èkó ni
àwọn ọkọ Yorùbá nìyẹn
yíbo táwọn wá gbogbo ọ̀nà yẹn mú gbèkó bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dé Alábà yẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ́ ládìí pọ̀ àwọn yíbo náà ní gbogbo ọjà àwọn yíbo náà ń so lórí bẹ yóò bá kọ ọkẹ ìrọwọ́ mú ilé nílé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ wá wo oríṣiríṣi èsè ndígbò yẹn jẹ ó di mélòó nínú ọmọ Yorùbá yóò lè jẹ ọba Odùduwà nílẹ̀ yíbo ayétalẹ̀ kò ní àwọn yíbo yẹn gbàlejò ẹ̀ adọ́dọ̀ wa ẹ̀ wá fẹ́ mọ bá alájọ bí torí wà gbà yín láyè eléyìí tún aláyà ó tún wá gbé bíìlì ó tún gbé lọ ẹ wá ń wo ẹ̀yọ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ dákẹ́ ẹ̀ ń wò bó bá dòfin lẹ́ẹ̀sán yín lẹ́wọ̀n àtẹ̀tẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí múra ẹ̀yin Yorùbá nation gbogbo yín náà dákẹ́ ẹ̀ ń wò iná dẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ náà máa fẹ́ àfihàn lórun ní ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ rí yá dẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ yàn fẹ́ mọ̀ mú rẹ̀ aláàánú what I've been saying is the bill being sponsored by the Deputy Speaker Federal House of Representatives Honorable Benjamin Kalu seeking indigenous status to any individual who.
Bá mi, ẹni sùúrù. Bá mi, ẹni sùúrù. Èmi lẹ wí. Èmi lẹ wí. Ẹ wí Yorùbá nation dákẹ́. Èmi ẹ fẹ́ àṣẹ. Bàbá àgbọ̀nà. Èmi ẹ wí Yorùbá nation dákẹ́. Ìgbà yìí Sunday Igboho mọ́ pariwo. Èmi lẹ wí. Èmi lẹ sọ. Bá mi. Ọkùn o. Kàwú mi. Ọkùn. Ẹ ti gbàgbé nǹkan tẹ́ sọ nígbà yẹn ni. Nígbà Sunday Igboho ń pariwo. Ẹ ti gbàgbé. Yọkọlú kò wá tán bí ìyàwó gbọ́kàn sọ́lẹ̀ ọkọ yọkẹ́ yọkọlú kò wá tán bí ìyàwó gbọ́kàn sọ́lẹ̀ ọkọ yọkẹ́ kò wá tán yín bí kò wá tán yín àgbáyín tó jẹ àjẹ ìwẹ̀yìn gbogbo yín pátá ẹ máa wí gbá yín dòkó fún ara yín à ń sọ fún yín pé ọmọdé tí ò bá tó pẹpẹ ọwọ́ àgbàlagbà tí yín náà kò lè wá kèrèǹgbè kápá ọ̀pọ̀ ká ṣe lẹ́yọ̀ kan ṣùgbọ́n kí lẹ sọ́ngbà yẹn kí lẹ wí dey play lẹ́wà ojú rẹ̀ ìran rẹ̀.
Has resided in any state for 10 years.
òyìnbó lẹ̀ mọ́ sọ ẹ sọ Yorùbá ló wáyá.
Or whom are married to a native of such state will automatically become indigene of such state. The interpretation of this is that the Igbos will now have equal rights with indigenes of such states. They will not dominate us. The bill has passed the second reading, and yet we have not heard the cacophonous voice against such bill.
Cacophonous voice.
Up to now, from the Yorubas in the Federal House of Representatives. What is the problem with you? What is the problem? What is the problem with you guys?
Who are the who? Who are you referring to?
The students have seen the light after the first reading, and you are watching. Gradually, the bill may pass the third reading, and they may sneak it into our statute.
That is just it.
The Igbos that are seeking secession, why is it that now they are now seeking indigene status in the state? Ẹ̀yin lẹ wá ẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́, ẹ̀ ń pariwo owó ẹ̀fẹ́ lọ, ẹ̀dá IPOB lẹ̀, ẹ̀ ń pa níbi ẹ̀ ń pa gbá. Ẹ̀yin kan náà lẹ fà wí ẹ̀tún lọ mọ́, ẹ̀tún àmọ́ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ti gbàwé ọmọ onílẹ̀. Lè ṣe é ṣe lẹ̀ Yorùbá o.
They play.
Gbogbo lẹ̀ Yorùbá dé Kwara àti Kogi lè ṣe é ṣe o.
They play.
Ọmọ Yíbò wa kòbókòbò, ọ̀n èlé máa bá lájọ bí àjòjì wọn èlé máa bọ́ ọmọ onílẹ̀ dulẹ̀. Ọmọ ẹrú wọn èlé máa jọba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wo Èkó dáadáa nígbà bàbá wọn Bọ́lá Tinubu ń bẹ ń gómìnà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Yíbò ló mú sí kábínẹ̀tì rẹ̀. Wọ́n bẹ ń kábínẹ̀tì rẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Yíbò ní win ní election ní Àpápá ní gbogbo Festac. Yíbò ní win ní election bẹ́ẹ̀. Àgbà láàyè ẹ̀sán yìí máa pa nítàn sílẹ̀ ẹ̀sán wí àwa wọn làjọ nílùú. Torí náà nǹkan ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ dìde.
Níbo?
Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ní lóòótọ́ o.
They play.
Olóyìn ní balẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́ o.
They play.
Ogún wa ohun ìní wa ẹ má talẹ̀kùn ọmọ.
They play.
Ẹ má talẹ̀kùn ọmọ títí dé lọrin ilẹ̀ yẹn ń ta kòkòbò ó tó gẹ́.
They play.
Alùbàtẹ́ ìdání ó tó gẹ́. Bàbá ẹgbẹ́ mọ iye ọmọ bó ti jẹ́nu olóyìn ní balẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́ ìníba Nàìjíríà jẹ́.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá.
Mo tún rí iná mo tún dìgbà mi.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé wá lálejò mọ́ àwa yìí là lè kó. Ẹ mọ̀ pé wá lálejò mọ́ àwa yìí là nílẹ̀ yìí kàwú mi ẹ ṣeun. Àwọn questions tí mo ní fún yín ni wípé ṣé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò àwọn ọmọ kòbòkòbò tí wọ́n ń jẹ igbá tí wọ́n ń jẹ àwọ̀ ẹsẹ̀ ń dìgbò ẹsẹ̀ ń dìgbà ẹsẹ̀ ń dìgbẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ ń dìgbò ṣé èèyàn bíi tèmi tálíkà bíi tèmi the daughter of nobody bíi tèmi ṣóun ló fi wọ́n jẹ ṣé àwọn tí ò mọ̀yàn kankan bíi tèmi ni wọ́n fi wọ́n jẹ where were you guys and you àwọn wo àwọn you èwo ń bẹ ṣé èmi tí mo wà nílùú òyìnbó tí mo ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ṣé you tèmi lẹ́ ń pè àbáwọn Yorùbá tó wà nílé tẹ́bi ti fẹ́ fọ́ ojú wọn ṣé you tí wọ́n lẹ́ ń pè ṣáwọn Yorùbá tí wọ́n lọ gbowó lápò owó kọ́múlé láńtà láti fi ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọn ò padà ríṣẹ́ yẹn yanjú because in tó wọlé kò tó tó ń jáde income wọn kò tó tí wọ́n spread síta ọmọ ajẹ tó wọ́n ajẹ lápò lé wọn kiri gúnwìn lé wọn kiri tó láwọn obìnrin wa wọ́n lọ ń fi ẹ̀yìn wọn ti àpò àlùbọ́sà tí wọ́n fi ń bá wọn sùn ni bàbá ṣáwọn Yorùbá yẹn lẹ́ ń pè àbáwọn Yorùbá èwo lẹ́ ń pè sá Yorùbá èwo gangan òun lẹ́ rí fi àsì mo sọ fún yín pé ojú everybody máa bó àwọn Fúlàní ń pa wá ejò làwọn Ìgbò wọn ṣe nunu fún o àwọn Fúlàní ń pa wá ẹ rí nǹkan ṣe sí báwọn Ìgbò tiẹ̀ ń kówó wá wọ́n ń ralẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa ni wọ́n ra future ọjọ́ ọ̀la ọmọ mi ti ta ó ta ilé ó ta ilé tó kú ìyá ẹ̀ ló ta lé bàbá mi tó yẹ pé òun ló ṣe wàhálà tó kọ́ ilé àwọn ọmọ ti ta wọ́n ta sàárè ẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ó máa wú bàbá kúrò ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọ́dọ̀dá òun ló máa fi wú bàbá ọmọ mi kò tún owó tó máa fi ó tún láwọn débi pé kò lè yọ owó tó máa fi bàṣírí bà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó máa fi wú bàbá lọ rí mọ́bò mi and I don't sell am for you do anything wey you wan do bàbá mi tó jẹ́ landlord tó kọ́lé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó wà níbi tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ òkú bàbá mi òkú ìyá mi ó wà níbi tí wọ́n ti ránṣẹ́ dé tòrutòru lọ́wọ́ torí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ti talé ti sàárè àwọn tí wọ́n dẹ̀ nídìí orí tí wọ́n nídìí apá tí wọ́n nídìí ẹsẹ̀ láti rán níṣẹ́ òkú láńlọ́ọ̀dù mi ò sùn ọmọ mi wá sunkún orí bàbá mi lọ́rùn o orí bàbá ẹ̀ lọ́rùn wo orí bàbá ẹ̀ wà láyé ó wà níbi tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ àṣekúdórógbó fún àwọn tí wọ́n gbé ṣe bíbi tẹ́ bá wa dé la wà yìí ṣe bíbi tẹ́ bá wa dé la wà yìí ẹ lọ wá bí jókòó sí ẹ̀yìn bàbá ẹ̀ ẹ lọ wá bí jókòó sí o tó gbọ́dọ̀ everybody máa bó ògùn aráyé ń gbọ́ ojú everybody ó máa bó part 1 2 3 ni máa ṣe tó máa lọ́ǹgì dáadáa fún yín Yorùbáwùyí lórúkọ tèmi Yorùbáwùyí ni mo ń jẹ́ I am the one and only Akálólú of Yorùbá land adáwọn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́jọmọlọ yọlóyè tí ò pé méjì abẹ ní ọmọ òṣèré pààrọ̀ ẹni tó máa pààrọ̀ tí wàá déwájú federal government bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àti ìrìn náà dà tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ àgbọ́ nánà àwọn tó wà ń sìn wọn ò gbọ́ ń pa wọ́n ti kó speaker sínú etí wọn tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá dìde gbogbo yín pátápátá kẹ́ wá máa ṣe content creator lórí kínní kẹ́ dìde kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ fún wa ojú yín máa bó see you on my next show Yorùbáwùyí ni mò ń jẹ́ thank you if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel please subscribe to this YouTube channel Femi Fani KAYODE àbí kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can hear more ètò notification bell yín sí hall ó ti di gbàsgbòs a máa fún yín jẹ a ní bú yín ṣùgbọ́n bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí tí ẹ bá pera yín jọ kẹ má bàa dúró íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ má bàa dúró íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn àgbáyé bàbá àgbọ̀nà mo mọ̀ pé ẹ má mọ àwọn ọba ẹ má mọ àwọn òjòyè ẹ má mọ Tinubu ẹ má mọ àwọn lẹ́kùn tí ẹ bá pera yín pọ̀ fìlà yín tó ṣe báyìí yẹn bí etí ajá tí ẹ bá pe àwọn tó jẹ́ àgbàlẹ̀ Yorùbá papọ̀ kí gbogbo yín jọ sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí máa kó nínú tẹ bá sì dúró lórí one Nàìjíríà bàbá àgbọ̀nà mo máa lọ follow yín nísìn èmi àti yín ni ó dàbọ̀ ẹ ṣé mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín thank you please share this video let baba gbóná and other people see it wípé àwọn ọmọ ìsìn o àgbọ̀nánà ó dàbọ̀ I love you.